we have considered two cases, one with the parent fixed and another the parent hinge condition, and we found what will be the parent moment when the parent is fixed and parent is simple. So now we'll go through some terminologies. Such as carryover moment, okay. So in moment distribution method, the moment induced carryover moment. In moment distribution method, the moment induced at parent of a member due to last due to rotation of near end is called carryover moment. Now, for example, suppose parent is fixed. So for parent fixed, case, when moment m is applied at the near end, the moment induced at the parent will be half of this. Okay. So for example, this is A, this is B. This is the parent, and this is the near end. So as per the definition, the carryover moment is this. So here in this case, the carryover moment m was applied at B and it is carried over to A m by 2. The moment carried at A is m by 2. So carryover moment at A is m by 2. Similarly, second case, when far end is hinged. So when far end is hinged, when far end is hinged, let us say this is A, this is B, and let moment m be applied at B. So here in this case, the moment induced at B will be 0 because it is a hinge. A is hinge. So the carryover moment at A in this case will be 0. Okay, so this is the carryover moment for far end fix and far end hinge. Next term is carryover factor. It is the ratio of the moment induced at the far end of a member to the moment applied at the near end. Near end of a member. That means the carryover factor is the moment induced at the far end to the moment applied at the near end. So that is m dash by m. So consider, for example, consider case 1. Current is fixed. So when current is fixed, when when moment M is applied at B, the moment induced at A is M dash, which is equal to M by 2. Okay. So here in this case, the carryover factor is equal to M dash by M, which is M by 2 upon M, which is 1 by 2, or we can say 0.5. Okay. Similarly, for the second case, let us say far end is hinged. So in case of far end hinge, far end, this is near end, and this is A, this is B. And let the moment M be applied at B. So the moment induced at A will be M dash, but since it is a hinge, it will be 0. So carryover factor in this case will be 0. Okay. So the carryover factor for far end fixed case will be 0.5, and the carryover factor for far end hinge case will be 0. Now another term is stiffness. It is action required for unit displacement. Okay. So we can say K is equals to action upon displacement. Now the action, it can be in terms of force. Action can be in terms of force, or it can be in terms of moment. If the action is in terms of force, the corresponding displacement will be deflection. This is corresponding displacement. And if the action is in terms of moment, then the corresponding displacement will be rotation. Okay. So we can also write this as, or K is equals to force upon deflection, that is F by delta, or we can write it as K is equals to moment upon rotation, that is M by theta. So this will give you rotational stiffness, this will give you translational stiffness. Okay. This will give you translational stiffness, this will give you rotational stiffness. So now, for example, when current is fixed, when the current is fixed, K is m by theta. Now when current is fixed, the moment required to produce unit rotation, this is moment required to produce unit rotation, that will be 4 EI by L. Okay, this is moment required to produce unit rotation. So here in this case it will be, see, the moment applied moment will be equal in terms of rotation will be 4 EI theta by L whole divided by theta, so that will be 4 EI by L. In the previous class we have discussed this derivation. See, this is when the bar end is fixed. Okay, and similarly when the bar end is hinged, moment required to produce unit rotation. So when bar end is hinged, the applied moment will be equal to applied moment m to produce theta rotation will be 3 EI theta by L divided by theta, so that will be 3 EI by L. Just wait for a few minutes.